So here now, girls, after the next point, after the letter of credit, we have discussed the two types of letter of credit, that is documentary letter of credit, the documentary LC, and the clean letter of credit, that is the clear LC, that is not related much to the documents. All these documents of the goods are collected by the shipment agent only. Next, now the next step is arrangement and shipment of the goods by the exporter. I just told you the appointment of forwarding agent. The forwarding agent is a person who arranges for the shipment of goods, and for this he needs two main documents. He needs the bill of lading and the marine insurance policy. That two main documents that are required. After receiving these two documents, the exporter prepares the invoice and writes a bill of exchange equivalent to the amount of the invoice. In this manner, all the related documents such as bill of lading, the related documents now you will keep underlining, the bill of lading, the marine insurance policy, the invoice and the bill of exchange, all are prepared. After this, the exporter sends these documents through his bank to the branch of any foreign bank or to the authorized bank in the importer's country. These documents are then sent through bank only if there is a term related to the payment. Otherwise, they can be sent directly to the importer also. So we have discussed here the arrangement of shipment of goods by the exporter. For that, the important terms I told you to underline: the forwarding agent, the documents to be collected. That documents to be collected will be bill of lading, the marine insurance policy, invoice and bill of exchange. All these are the important documents. These are very important to be mentioned along with the point. Next, the seventh point is obtaining the document, obtaining the document of title, the DOC. This is the document of title. There are two ways of sending all the documents related with the goods to the importer. One document is that there is no term or condition related with the payment. Then all the documents are directly sent to the importer. 2. If there are terms and conditions related with the payment, then the documents related to the goods are sent to the bank. As such, the importer gets the information about the arrival of these documents, that is in the bank. This makes arrangement for receiving the document. There can be two modes of making the payment. One is the cash payment, and the second to accept the bill of exchange. We have discussed the bill of exchange. We know now what is bill of exchange. So if document is document against DP, there are two ways to accept these documents. There is one way is document against DP. That is what here you can see here, the D/C here. For the document of title, you have to remember these two things. It can be the document against the payment. The document is received against the payment. You make the payment and then the document is received. And next is the D/A. That is document against the acceptance. Acceptance means the bill of exchange. Then by accepting the document, it can be selected. When the exporter sends these documents related with the goods to the bank, he informs the importer by letter about the name of the bank where he can send the documents. This letter is called advice letter to the import trader. This is important term, advice letter to the import trader. So this was the document of title. The seventh point, the D/C. There are two ways to process the document of title: document against payment and document against allowances. Next point now, eighth point, the eighth step in the process of import trade is appointment of the clearing agents. Now, who is the clearing agent? Clearing agent is the person, children, for receiving all the concerned documents. The importer, he arranges for taking the delivery of goods. The importer, if he wants, he can arrange for taking the delivery of goods by himself. But what is preferred is that he selects the other clearing agent. For this, clearing agent will be more appropriate and helpful. These agents, why is it more helpful? Because they are specialists in their work. Thus, at this stage, after appointing a clearing agent, all the documents are handed over to him. So, the rest of the process is his work. That is his task. He will get the remaining steps done. So, this clearing agent. Now, the clearing agent gets active. The first step the clearing agent takes is clearing the goods. At this stage, the clearing agent clears the goods by fulfilling these formalities. First, he pays the custom duties. These are very important. The steps that are performed by the clearing agents. The clearing agents, these are the 7 types of steps the clearing agent takes. The custom duty, he takes care of custom duty, dock charges, the endorsement for delivery, delivery of goods, sale of goods before delivery, the arrangement of bonded warehouses, and loading the goods for delivery. We'll take all these in detail. The first is payment of the custom duties. Now, before taking the goods from ship, the agent has to go to the custom office where he has to fill 3 copies of bill of entry. You will underline that word, bill of entry. What is bill of entry? This is a bill where full information of goods that are imported is listed there. It is given there. On the basis of this information, the custom authorities, they determine the custom duties. 2 copies of bill of entry are returned to the agent. If due to some reason, clearing agent does not have full knowledge of the details of imported goods, then in place of the bill of entry, the bill of sight is filed. The available details are filled in and the remaining columns are left blank. In such condition, after inspecting the imported goods, the custom duty is determined. This was the custom duty, the first entry. The first step in the clearing of goods is custom duty. Next, now payment of dock charges, the dock dues. After the payment of custom duties, the next step, the clearing agent fills up the 2 copies of the dock challan. So this dock challan is for the payment of dock dues. After the payment of dock dues, 1 copy is returned to him back as the receipt of what has been done. The third step of the clearing agent is endorsement for delivery. Endorsement, you understand, transfer. Now the clearing agent has to get the bill of lading signed by the officer in the office of shipping company. This is called endorsement for delivery. The shipping company's officer signs only when the freight of the ship and other expenses related with the ship have been paid. Endorsement for delivery is an order. Here the word comes. Endorsement for delivery is an order for the captain of the ship to give delivery of goods. Sometimes the shipping company does not sign the bill of lading but issues delivery order. The captain of the ship gives the delivery of goods mentioned in the delivery order. Fourth step in the clearing, the taking of delivery of goods. For taking the delivery of goods, the clearing agents, he submits the custom duties. The receipt of the custom duty that has been paid. The custom challan we had just discussed. The custom challan details the custom duty. After the payment of custom duty, children, then the next step of endorsement for delivery is undertaken. And here is, after the endorsement of a delivery has been done, now the receipt of delivery of goods or the taking of the delivery of goods. The dock dues have been paid to the authorities, and after that, when the authorities are satisfied with the documents submitted, then they allow the picking of the goods from the dock. At the time of taking the delivery of the goods, it is the duty of the clearing agent to check the goods properly. If the goods are damaged, then the shipping company should immediately be informed. Otherwise, the claim cannot be reimbursed. The goods should be picked immediately as soon as the acceptance is received from the authorities. If it is not done within a specified time limit, a fine is charged, which is called the demurrage. Important word. The fine against that is called when the delivery. What is demurrage? It is that fine which is charged at the time when the goods are not cleared from the docks at the same time, at the time that is prescribed. After the delivery has been accepted, next thing for the clearing agent, the sale of goods before taking delivery. Sometimes the importer sells the goods before taking the delivery because he wants to purchase himself. Because he wants that purchaser himself takes the delivery. In such a condition, the importer issues written instructions to the dock authorities. This instruction is written on the bill of lading. If all the imported goods have been sold to a purchaser, then he receives the goods in full. Otherwise, a part of it is received by him and a part by the clearing agent. That is the sale of goods that is taken before the delivery of goods. The next step, the sixth important steps by the clearing agent, is keeping the goods in the bonded warehouse. If, due to some reasons, the importer is not in a position of paying the custom charges immediately, or if he does not want to take the delivery immediately, then the goods are kept in the bonded warehouse. The officer of the warehouse keeps a receipt of receiving the goods to the clearing agent, which is called the dock warrant. What is the dock warrant? This is the receipt of receiving the goods from the clearing agent. So after paying the dues or on the requirement, the goods are cleared from the bonded warehouse. And last step will be by the clearing agent, loading of the goods. If the delivery of the goods has been taken immediately, then the clearing agent arranges for its loading also. So the goods are dispatched either by road or rail depending upon the distance of the destination. Then if the goods are sent by rail, then after booking the goods with the railway, the rail receipt is received. And at the end, the clearing agent sends the information of loading along with the rail receipt, commission and other expenses and whatever he has collected to the importer. Next step will be, this was the clearing agent. All the clearing of goods has been done. We have undertaken 7 steps here, children. Remember the 7 steps here we have undertaken. The custom duty, payment of the custom duty, clearing of the dock dues, payment of the dock dues, endorsement for the delivery, endorsement of goods for the delivery has been done, delivery of goods has been done, sale of goods before the delivery was done, goods were stocked in the bonded warehouse, and then loading the goods to be sent to the destination. These are the 9 steps that have been performed by the clearing agent for the clearing of the goods. Then next step is taking delivery from railway or the transport. The goods have been now stacked with the railway or the road transport. So after getting information from the clearing agent, the importer makes arrangement for making delivery of the goods either from the railway or from the transport company. The delivery can be taken either by him or by his agent or by the clearing agent. And then last comes the payment of the octroi duty. When goods reach the town or local administration, they impose a tax on the goods which is called the octroi duty. We have done this in accountancy also. Some goods are exempted from such octroi duty. Like there are certain perishable goods which or some medicines, they are exempted from this octroi duty. Whatever the condition is, after paying the octroi duty, the importer can carry the goods to his godown and the procedure is over. this is the procedure, the 9 steps in the process of import trade, which is very, very important. I told you children, see here, the 9 steps, I have taken the initial of each step here. The trading inquiry, import license, foreign exchange, indent, letter of credit, shipment, document of title, appointment of clearing agent, clearing the goods, taking of delivery, and octroi duty. To learn them in same order, process is always learned in the same order. So I have just made this initials fit into this acronym here. It is TIFLS DACTO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points and 11 other steps in the import trade. T is the trade inquiry, TIFLS, trade inquiry, import license, foreign exchange, the indent required, the letter of credit, shipment of goods. Then D is document of title, appointment of the clearing agent, clearing of goods, taking delivery, and octroi duty. All these are the points. It is TIFLS DACTO, if you remember, that is the import trade. All the steps have to be written in the same order, and details for all are important. Children, you may be asked to write the import process, the import trade process for, it is an 8-mark question. It can come for 8 marks, or any one step can be asked to be explained for 2 marks, 3 marks, depending. So you will have to explain that in detail. So that means nothing can be skipped off. Everything has to be learnt in the same manner, in the same order and same detail.